We bring you the NBA 2K Sports welcomes you to our Wednesday night coverage. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us. With that road trip behind them, the Suns ready to perform in front of their hometown fans here in Phoenix. They're getting their first look at the Thunder. In this one, they were dominated last year. Not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Well, and for the sake of bragging rights, it's in effect a best-of-3 season series between these two clubs. So they kind of want to get off to a good start here.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nick Collison and Kendrick Perkins, they're inside. Westbrook and Harden in the backcourt. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. And for Phoenix, Hill out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Brown. Then it's Nash. And it's Gortat in at the center, filling out the middle. Going back quickly to what Steve mentioned, almost like a mini playoff series when you face a team 3 times in a season.
I think so. It depends on how soon you meet them within that season. Obviously not quite.
Here's the mayor. He feeds it to Brown. Guarded now by Jackson. Brown, the pass to Gortat. And the layup is good. Gortat's got his second basket.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Well, the Suns only won 23 games against Western Conference opponents last year, and that's one of the reasons they really fell from contention in terms of their postseason hopes a year ago.
Here's Westbrook. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Well, you know, for the Suns, Clark, why do you think they struggled so much against the West?
Well, I think part of it was they weren't getting enough done inside, and in the West, that'll cost you. I mean, we've talked about it before, Kevin, how big the front lines are in the Western Conference in general. I mean, you look at it rebounding. 10 out of the top 15 rebounding teams last season were in the Western Conference. I mean, points in the paint, 11 of the top 15. Or Western Conference team. I mean, you've got to be able to handle your business inside in the West. If you don't, it's going to be hard to win.
Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that he had to imprint on his team not to get overwhelmed when this offense gets hot and starts putting up points in bunches. He said it'll be tough at times, but as long as we keep working hard and make them work harder, we'll be able to weather any storm. Guys?
All right, Doris, they're probably, Clark, well aware of the firepower they're up against.
Well, Kevin and Steve, you always have to be aware of that when you're facing these guys.
Yeah, no question. If you're not prepared right from the outset, then this team will punch you in the mouth and get off to a big lead early. So they've got to be up to the task defensively.
How amazing is it, Kevin, to see Grant Hill really enjoying a second prime in his late 30s? I mean, he's been remarkably durable for a player of his age. He's played 80-plus games 3 years in a row now.
Here's the mayor. He's covered by Westbrook. They set the screen. Here's the mayor. 5 on the clock. Up top, Brown. Guarded by Jackson. Good note there, Clark, on Grant Hill. He's just the 3rd player in NBA history to record 3 seasons of 80 games or more played. Steve, after the age of 36, remarkable.
And especially when you consider the injuries that hit him in the prime of his career, all those foot surgeries. So it's been a real renaissance for Grant Hill. Just an amazing turnaround to his career and a fantastic player and leader for that club. I thought Shannon Brown made so much improvement last season, guys. He scored well, and he worked really hard to improve his weaknesses, which were his ball handling and his outside shooting, so he became much more of a complete player.
Jackson kicks to Durant. Westbrook up top. 11 points in the game. Pulls from the top of the key. Here's Perkins. A strong effort on the rebound. Nets the second chance points.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
Got a piece of it. Westbrook with the steal.
Boy, you got to love that kind of anticipation.
And slam dunk. Wow! Now the Sprite slam cam for the replay.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
Now, here is Morris. Defended by Durant. Here's the Mayor. He's covered by Westbrook. Clock at 4. Gortat dishes to Brown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Perkins got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Now, the key for them in the win came at the defensive end. They had great coverage, great effort, and the players were really helping each other out. That was an impressive performance.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. No matter which lineup they had out there at any given time. All 5 guys on the court were in sync defensively.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 4.
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
We'll be back momentarily.
The NBA season gathers momentum. The Los Angeles Clippers go up against Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls live next Tuesday night.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. So here's Westbrook. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Cephalosha in the backcourt. Nick Collison and Kendrick Perkins, they're inside. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
Man, is he hard to defend. You play him one way, he'll just go the other.
Here's the Mayor. Here's Morris over Collison. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
But they get it back. Cephalosha misses. Suns trail by 6. And here's the fast break. Here's the Mayor. The shot from the wing. The Mayor gets it to go, and that's not just any basket, folks. Those are his first points here in the NBA. Westbrook against Brown. A rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Scott Brooks, winner of the 2010 Coach of the Year award. He and, of course, Kevin Durant have been a big reason why the Thunder have moved up the ladder to become one of the league's elite teams.
Here's Westbrook. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You know, his reputation is such that you'd be surprised with him missing any layup opportunities.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Back to Brooks for a second. It's been amazing to see him transform his team from what they were, Steve, to what they are now.
Well, every year they've taken steps forward. And, now they're poised to become one of the elite teams in the league. It gets a lot tougher though, from here on out. The honeymoon is over, and it's time for them to get to that elite level, and they've got to get better. They have to make some internal improvement.
Good on both.
You know, fellas, this Oklahoma City team is built the right way. I mean, it's been done with patience through the draft. I mean, you've got to have some good fortune there when you're talking about the draft. The money's been spent wisely, and now I think they're starting to approach the finished product, the team capable of winning NBA titles for years to come. Certainly they'll be contending for them, you would think.
Sure. This just has not been his day so far.
Grant Hill on the wing. Defended by Durant. Three-pointer. And the Suns miss again. And for the Thunder, they've been a team that has preached defense first. And with the addition of Kendrick Perkins, that certainly adds now to a big, athletic, and physical, tough team up front. And really from top to bottom, Steve.
Yeah, and they've got a nice bench, too, Kevin. There's not a whole lot lacking on this roster. But what they have to do is improve from within. Last year, I thought they were exposed in the playoffs. They didn't get great shots. They didn't look fluid offensively. Those are areas that they can improve upon.
Clock at 2 with the clock winding down. And it's Brown missing.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Here's the mayor. Now, here is Morris. Brown outside. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Hill. Again, missing Hill.
That's a bold move, trying to respond to that three, but he couldn't convert.
Here's Westbrook. Excellent D there from Hill.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
Yeah, knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
And here's the break for the finish. Here's Durant. He lays it in with a soft touch. Durant's got 12 in the game. Here's the mayor. It's tipped. Stolen by Durant. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Shannon Brown.
Well, that should be a rule. No layups. Protect the paint. Make them earn every point.
Yeah, I think that's just tough, hard-nosed, smash-mouth basketball. Make your opponent earn their points from the line. Don't give up any layups.
Russell Westbrook has proven to be one of the best point guards in the NBA. Not just his scoring, but his ability to push the ball in transition.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. We'll be right back from Phoenix.
Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of HP at the Half. So far in Phoenix, a very uneven game going on. Oklahoma City up on top against Phoenix. The three-point shooting, ridiculous. They're knocking down everything. Kevin Durant has not felt much resistance against the Suns' D. He's already racked up 22 points and has picked up a few steals, rounding out his box score. On the other side, the Suns have not had a great start. Going up against a superior team, they haven't been up to the task. Grant Hill with a disappointing first half. Not a lot of shots falling. He's under 30% on the night. A lot of offense here for the first half for these two, leading their teams in scoring. We already got a few games gone final. Check them out from around the league. Charlotte ended up with a loss to the Magic at Amway Center. That one could have gone either way. Corey Maggette led the team in points. And another game that also finished up, it was the Raptors taking the win at Air Canada Center over the 76ers. When the dust settled, they came out on top by 6. Andrea Bargnani was their leading scorer. And now here's what's going on in the rest of the association. The Memphis Grizzlies currently trailing the Clippers out in Los Angeles. Fat lady warming up her pipes in that one. And now we send you back out to the game. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Here's Nash. 21 points in the game. The Mayor in its shooting guard. Josh Childress out there with Hill. Then it's Brown, and it's Nash in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Grant Hill on the wing. He's covered by Collison. The rebound by Harden.
Big lead on the boards usually equals a big lead in the game. This team is on cruise control.
Well, the rebounding differential is double digits already, so this is a team that just looks bigger and tougher than the opponent.
Shot clock at 6. Reverses, and Westbrook with a nice bucket inside. Westbrook's got 22. Here's the Mayor. Moving it around nicely. And here is Childress looking for his first bucket of the game. Now Nash. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The kick out to Westbrook. From 20 feet out, and good on the basket. Book it. He's got 24.
Showing no mercy. They are getting after them at both ends of the floor.
Continuing to add to the lead as the minutes tick away.
Count the bucket.
Defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Here's Maynard, defended by Nash. From 20 feet out, Phoenix grabs the miss. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown right side. Nash outside. Shoots the 3. Good. Nash has got 24.
He's been producing all night. It's up to the rest of his team to start kicking in a little bit.
Here's Maynard. Westbrook with it.
Suns foul, the Mayor. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Harden. He's got 22. Kept alive, Collison. And this time he converts for the second chance points. Collison's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Nash. Here's the Mayor. Grant Hill on the wing. He's covered by Collison. From deep. And it's Brown missing.
Boy, they've been all over the glass. Big advantage in the rebound totals.
Yeah, that's really carried them in this one, guys. I mean, those one and dones have really set a nice tone and let them establish this lead.
Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Harden on the wing. Now Maynard. Outside Collison. Dishes to Maynard. Tries again. The shot is off, and Phoenix will take it the other way. And there's 1:45 left in the 3rd quarter of the game.
You know, the Thunder guys showed their talent in the playoffs last season. I think that devastating loss to Dallas in Game 4 of the conference finals was where they finally kind of caved in.
Passes it to Childress. 6 to shoot. Over Collison. Childress gets the bucket. Childress has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure. And Clark, you mentioned Game 4 of that Oklahoma City-Dallas series, a 15-point lead for the Thunder with 5 minutes left in the game. Dallas came back and forced overtime. And I remember the Thunder's incredible fans, even amidst the most heartbreaking loss of the season. They were chanting OKC, OKC till the bitter end. They have diehard support there in Oklahoma City.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, the Suns missed the playoffs a year ago, and there's a lot of speculation about whether they will begin a rebuilding process. Steve Nash, obviously getting up there in years, So the question for Phoenix, do they trade him? Do they keep him? Do they still try to build around him? One thing's for sure, they need an infusion of young talent.
Some changes for Phoenix. Gortat's checked in for Hill. Morris comes in for Josh Childress. And Dudley subbed in for Shannon Brown. And then for Oklahoma City, Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Collison. Perkins comes in for Lazar Hayward. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Eric Maynard. So here's Westbrook. He's got 24. Guarded now by Nash. Outside Westbrook. Clock at 6. Perkins, the pass to Harden. That's good. Harden's got 24. All good questions to look for answers for, Steve. Certainly the Suns need more young talent. This is a team that was selling first-round picks only a few short seasons ago, Clark.
And, Kevin, that's rarely a good idea. I mean, even on a stacked veteran team like the Suns were, you look at players like Luol Deng, Rajon Rondo. I mean, those players selected with some of the picks the Suns sold away. Sometimes those moves can come back to make you squirm a little bit.
Yes.
And he cannot play any better than he is right now in this quarter, guys.
Here's the Mayor, guarded by Harden. Westbrook against Nash. From outside the arc, gets the bucket. Nash has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Wow, you really have to sit back and admire what this guy is doing for his team right now. They're down, yet he stepped it up and he's delivering.
Outside Durant, over Dudley. Again, the Thunder score.
Probably time to bring an extra defender, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, Steve, he's been so good. I think they got to take the ball out of his hands right now.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's done a great job of finding the soft spots in that defense. Very efficient game for him so far.
Yeah, and I like what he's done, Steve. I mean, he's made a couple of jumpers here or there, but what he's really done impressively is allow the game to come to him.
Thunder out in front, running away with this one.
This Friday, Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics take on Josh Smith and the Atlanta Hawks, live from Atlanta. It's the real deal.
Now, while we've got a moment, we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for our Spark of the Game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Gentlemen, it's the Thunder with the Sprite Spark in this one. It looks to be one of those games where everything falls their way, and if they can keep catching the breaks, they'll be able to ride this one out for the win.
And thank you for that, Doris. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
After tonight's game, you're now officially an NBA player. Were there any nerves for you stepping onto the court for the first time?
Yeah, I'll admit, there were some butterflies tonight. This is something you work your whole life for, and I just wanted to go out there and really prove myself to my team. There's a lot of good players here, and I'm going to really need to work hard to prove my worth. Let's hope tonight was the first step in that, you know?
Back in the days, you know, they had the Hater of the Year award. Haters ball, man. 24/7 round the clock. That's how they do it. Inside is in New York.